President-elect Donald Trump tapped Vivek Ramaswamy along with tech billionaire Elon Musk to lead DOGE, a task force focused on cutting government spending. But rumors are swirling that the Republican entrepreneur is leaving to run for governor in Ohio. CBS News claims that there is tension between him and incoming staff at DOGE. People close to Musk have reportedly been undercutting him because of his limited involvement in the task force's work. 1. He wants to run for governor. President-elect Donald Trump's choice to co-lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, with entrepreneur Elon Musk will leave the task force to run for governor in his home state of Ohio, multiple outlets reported Monday. The move leaves Musk, who has been increasingly asserting authority within the GOP, as DOGE's sole leader. The department is tasked with cutting government costs and has already sparked controversy for its plans to eliminate some social services programs. Despite the political implications of his resignation, Ramaswamy's departure from DOGE will likely have little impact on Trump's aggressive second-term agenda. He and Musk were chosen to lead the commission due to their deep expertise in cutting business expenses, but it's unclear how much influence they had over the department's decision-making process. According to sources familiar with the DOGE's inner workings, a key problem stemmed from tension between Ramaswamy and incoming rank-and-file staffers. The sources said the team members were frustrated by his lack of participation in crucial tasks and had been encouraging him to leave the project. One Republican strategist who has worked on gubernatorial campaigns in Ohio said Ramaswamy's personal wealth and well-established ties to Trump could make him difficult to beat in the race for governor. But he also warned that ambitious efforts to reduce the size of the federal government have historically met resistance from the public. A spokesperson for DOGE confirmed the news of Ramaswamy's departure, saying, "He has indicated he intends to run for elected office soon and as such, must remain outside DOGE." The statement came just hours after Trump's inauguration on Monday. The White House did not immediately comment on the announcement. 2. He wants to focus on innovation. The biotech entrepreneur and rising star of Republican politics was appointed by President-elect Donald Trump to co-lead DOGE, a commission charged with streamlining federal government operations. But he will no longer be part of the team, leaving Tesla founder and billionaire Elon Musk as DOGE's sole leader. The move aligns with Ramaswamy's rumored bid to run for governor of his home state of Ohio in 2026. Ramaswamy, who backed Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, is viewed as an ideal candidate for governor because of his pro-business and anti-regulation agenda. He's also an advocate for reforming the H-1B visa program and a champion of technology and education. During an interview with CBS News, Ramaswamy discussed the state of the Republican Party, his views on immigration, the Israel-Hamas war and anti-Semitism, and more. He said that the Republicans need to focus more on promoting economic growth and making sure Americans can afford to pay their taxes. He criticized his fellow Republicans for their inability to compromise and accused them of being extremely defensive of the status quo. He said that the GOP is in danger of losing its base because it is not delivering on its promises and that it's time to change course. According to sources familiar with DOGE's internal dynamics, Ramaswamy was encouraged by some confidants to leave the position after weeks of not participating in the heavy lifting of identifying federal spending cuts. The sources said that a holiday rant by Ramaswamy on X about H-1B visas further contributed to his departure. They added that he would have preferred to remain on Doge but will now fully pursue his bid for the Ohio governorship. 3. He wants to focus on health care. Hours after President-elect Donald Trump took office, biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy announced that he was leaving the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, which the White House had selected him to co-lead alongside billionaire Elon Musk. DOGE was charged with overhauling federal operations, cutting programs and firing employees. It has already faced multiple lawsuits over its lack of transparency. Trump and his advisors had been pushing ambitious efforts to cut $2 trillion from the size of the federal government. However, reducing the number of agencies and slashing funding for popular programs has long run into resistance from voters worried about the impact on jobs, healthcare and military readiness. In his public life, Ramaswamy had been a vocal supporter of Trump's populist agenda and had positioned himself as a thought leader in the MAGA movement. But he had also criticized identity politics and programs that promote diversity, equity and inclusion. He also had clashed with some Republicans in the party's grassroots. Earlier this month, Ramaswamy signaled that he would run for governor of Ohio next year. His departure from DOGE leaves him clear to do so, and aligns with expectations that he will mount a challenge for Republican Governor Mike Dewey, who is up for re-election in 2026. Sources close to Ramaswamy say he had hoped to stay on DOGE at least until after the 2024 GOP presidential race, but he has been encouraged by Musk to pursue other political ambitions instead. A recent photo of him and Musk captioned, "A new dawn," poured cold water on rumors of an ill will between the two. The sources spoke on condition of anonymity. The app has reached out to Ramaswamy's team for comment. 4. He wants to focus on education. In a post on X, Ramaswamy said he was leaving DOGE. The commission, which was created by President Donald Trump to streamline government operations, was co-led by ex-founder Elon Musk. The White House applauded Ramaswamy for his work, saying he was an innovative thinker who has made great contributions. It's unclear what Ramaswamy plans to do next. Rumors suggest he's planning to run for governor of his home state of Ohio. The Republican is considered a rising star in GOP politics and has the potential to become the third Indian American governor. He's also a political consultant who worked on the campaigns of Bobby Jindal in Louisiana and Nikki Haley in South Carolina. A biotech entrepreneur, Ramaswamy has a reputation as a fierce debater and op-ed writer who often clashes with progressive liberals. He's a graduate of Harvard and Yale, and his parents immigrated to the United States from India. In an interview with Fox News, Ramaswamy was asked about his political ambitions. While he didn't directly answer the question, he hinted that he and Musk were planning to make deep cuts to government bureaucracy. He told Maria Bartiromo that the duo would delete departments that weren't working well, and that he was particularly interested in the Department of Education. The departure of Ramaswamy from DOGE coincides with his expected run for governor. He'll be able to devote more time to his campaign without worrying about the demands of his job at Doge. And he'll be free to focus on his mission of eliminating bureaucracy and cutting costs. A former hedge fund manager, he's earned millions of dollars through his work in technology and pharmaceutical research. 5. He wants to focus on energy. The flurry of activity in the energy sector has made it harder for Ramaswamy to balance that work with the responsibilities of Doge. Ramaswamy has already been a prominent figure in the industry's push to cut regulations. He has lobbied for easing oil and gas pipeline rules and supported a bill to allow energy companies to sell their excess capacity directly to customers. But the flurry of interest in the sector has also made it harder for Doge to attract investors and employees. Doge is currently short of staff, according to multiple people familiar with the department's inner workings. The department has yet to hire a chief of staff, and the current acting head is a senior aide to Vice President-elect Mike Pence. It's unclear how Doge will function without the addition of new staff. But it is clear that Ramaswamy's decision to leave the department will allow him to focus on his energy work, and could signal that he plans to run for governor of Ohio. The resignation comes just 69 days after Trump announced the team, which includes biotech entrepreneur and former GOP presidential candidate Rick Santorum, aerospace engineer and SpaceX founder Elon Musk, and healthcare entrepreneur Brad Smith. Sources familiar with DOGE's work say several executive orders will be introduced on day one. One of them could address changes to federal spending, typically controlled by Congress, which could reportedly result in a radical downsizing of government agencies. But some in the administration see Ramaswamy's gubernatorial campaign as a way for him to distance himself from Doge and its sweeping recommendations. On Sunday night, Ramaswamy mingled with Ohio Republicans at their inaugural ball, but he left conspicuously early, said three attendees who requested anonymity to discuss the event.